Hi folks, Joe here, bringing you the first part of my long overdue dumbbell series. So in this, we're just going to be focusing on some upper body dumbbell movements. It's going to be pretty simple, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we are going to start off with some dumbbell presses. So a lot of this, you're gonna see that a lot of this is very similar to what I showed you in the kettlebells when we did some of the more basic stuff. So I'm starting off here with just some chest pressing. Now if you notice on these last few reps, I'm rotating my hands in, and I've mentioned this before in other videos. Your chest not only does the pressing, but it also does the adducting, so bringing your arms together in front of you. Press number 2 is overhead press. So all I'm doing is just pressing from my shoulders all the way up into the sky and back down. Slight difference than the kettlebells, where the kettlebell is more in front of you in that racked position. Okay, so let's move on to some pulls here. So this is just a bent over row. We did this with the kettlebells. Not much different. Again, I'm pulling back as if I'm trying to holster them to my hip. I don't want to shrug up real hard. As you can see, I'm not really shrugging at all. This is a single arm row. Again, it's the exact same thing, slightly different variation. It's just with one arm. And I did this with the kettlebells as well. So not much different here. The displacement of the weight on the dumbbells does make a lot of these type of movements feel a little easier. So definitely go heavier on these if you have access to those dumbbells. And if not, do more reps. So here you go. This is one of my favorite ones. You've seen this in other videos before. Renegade rows. They're just challenging. They really work the core. You're getting that pulling motion in, but you're also getting some of that stabilization off the other arm. Your chest is active, your core, even your legs. Everything is on point here. Okay, let's move on to some arms and shoulders. First one, we just got a standard bicep curl. Everybody's seen this, nothing new here. Main thing is to get that squeeze and that rotation at the top. You notice I'm really trying to rotate my wrist at the top. Alright, so here's another variation. It's called hammer curls. You can see I'm bringing them up and down, similar to a hammer. Squeeze them all the way up and ease them down. Alright, let's move on to some triceps. So the trick here, if you notice, my elbows are always pointing to the sky. My arms, when they're fully extended, are at that like kind of 45-degree-ish angle to the ground. If they're straight up and down in front of me, then it takes all the weight off. It's easier to hold it from that position. So we want to stay right here. Remember, time under tension is the way to go. Tricep exercise number 2, kickbacks. Again, I did these with the kettlebells. A little bit easier with the dumbbells because they're easier to hold. Again, I'm keeping my elbow nice and stable. Okay, so I'm not trying to swing, I'm not trying to rock my hand. So go heavy on all of these techniques, only as long as you can keep the form though. If you can't keep the form, then back off the weight a little bit. Alright, let's finish off with some shoulders. We got some lateral raises. Great shoulder exercise. I want to come straight up. I don't really need to go above my shoulders. I'm not trying to flap my wings everywhere. And rear delt flies. So when I do this, if you notice, I'm not pulling like back toward my hips. I'm pulling straight out. Pretend like you're pulling a rubber band apart. Now that's what we're doing. We're squeezing, working the back of those shoulders. Okay, so that takes care of the first dumbbell video. It's very simple. It's all upper body. And I hope you like it. If you like it, like, share, subscribe. And I have the lower body coming very soon. And thanks for watching.